This is the MDRT podcast. Plenty of advisors experience difficulties with setting boundaries for clients, simplifying information, and responding in a timely manner. During a recent conversation at MDRT headquarters,
Leanne Bull from Bundaberg, Queensland, Australia.
David Meszaros from Whitehorse, Yukon, Canada.
Paresh Shah, Hicksville, New York, USA.
explained why these are not challenges for them.
We have a wait list of clients a kilometre long, and basically I begin with the fact that we started charging for the first appointment around about 20-something years ago, and we make sure that client comes to us with every single piece of information. So we don't talk until they've bought in everything, their share portfolio details, their superannuation, their insurances, their bills, everything, so that we know everything about them. The harder and the higher I've made the hurdles to become a client. Like, clients basically say, you can't get an appointment unless you do this, and this, and then you're going to have to do that. And if you don't do all of that in a reasonable time frame, she'll just move on to somebody else. So by the time they come and see us, the client's already told them what to do. And as I said, just recently, we actually got an application to become a client. And it was a 5-page document saying all the reasons why we should consider them to become a client. And I just feel that we do that side of things really well. And how we started it is obviously lots of little things over a long period of time. But when people first come to see me, delivering more than what they just came to see me. So if they came to see me about some insurance, or they came to see me about this, making sure that they had everything that they could even, and they mightn't taken everything, but at least be aware of everything. I think it's really important to help people understand the things, as I've said before, helping people. It's not the things that they don't know, it's the things that they don't even know that make a difference.
I guess the thing that I've discovered along the way is I've always liked to sort of make things simple from a conceptual connection with client point of view. And as a consequence of that, I finally heard the label to that, and I would label that as conceptual selling. And so using illustrations, using parables, using stories to communicate, to create an emotional connection with clients, that's something I've discovered I'm really good at, and I continue to sort of focus on that. And as a consequence of that, I get a higher connection factor. And as I've shared that with the junior advisors, they like that simplicity. And so using conceptual selling, I think, is certainly a big thing that's made a big difference for me.
Can you give an example of that? Something you shared with someone?
I guess the first thing off the top of my head is I do use navigational themes a lot. So I've been as I meet clients, I talk to them about the fact that I'm the navigator and they're the ship owner. And so I help them to sort of do the journey. I think navigators and ship owners should talk from time to time. I talk about the concept potential recession as the storm around the corner. So do we want to leave the sails up or the sails down? So I do use navigational themes quite a lot. It seems to sort of really help people to sort of understand what's going on. But just even using the example of a ship in the context of me working with them and their investments, that seems to have helped time and time again.
So there was a time about 2 years ago that I felt that the technical knowledge and the skills that we brought to the table were excellent. And that's why I was retaining clients and getting more referrals in that area. And during a meeting, I was encouraged that, why don't you do a survey? Why don't you ask the client, what is the reason they work with you? What is the reason they remain with you? What is the reason they refer you? And the big answer, everyone gave multiple reasons, but the one common thread that ran across everything was your response time. And you have a great response time. Your team has a great response time. Whenever we need something, you get it across to us in time. You're upfront with all the explanations and answers. So I think that factor, which was important to this set of people, I was providing them, and therefore they continue to work with me and they continue to provide me with referral. So sometimes you complicate things for yourself, but this was a very easy thing that clients kind of said, that just getting back to them on time and giving them the time that they need when they needed it.
Does knowing that make it harder for you to detach?
In a way, yes, with several of those who started with me when I did not have my practice at this level. So those who have helped me get my practice to this level, sometimes even on a weekend or even on a Sunday, which is essentially my prayer day, and I don't really attend to any business on that day. Even on that day, I will respond to them just because it's them asking a question. And yes, it does make it difficult to detach from those situations.
That's the end of this month's episode. If you'd like to subscribe, you can find us on SoundCloud and Spotify at MDRT Podcast. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.